had a lot of options even coming off the title defeat, but when did it become Ian that you knew you were going to be facing next?
I think it became Ian once Kamaru Usman turned the fight down and ran away. Ian, one of the guys that's always willing to fight somebody and fight the toughest test. So he was coming off a big win against Prates, so it made the most sense.
Ian's by no means a small name fighter, but Kamaru and you would have been a real big fight. Are you disappointed Kamaru wasn't interested in taking that fight?
I'm not disappointed, I just know that he was afraid. So like, for me, I've been trying to fight him for a long time. And it just confirmed my thoughts that he's a coward.
How hard did you punch or hit him when you guys had that podcast? Like, how big a connection did you make? How big a fight was that actually?
It was one of those slaps that leave an imprint on your face.
Ian is obviously by no means a shy guy. He was in here earlier saying he's going to knock you out and all this, all of the usual predictions you can expect. What do you make of Ian Garry as a fighter, and where do you think you'll have your success against him?
I mean, he's a better talker than he is a fighter, right? I think when we get into the cage, those words aren't going to mean anything. Like, I'm going to be standing in front of you, and then you have to put those words to action. And when he tries to put them to action, my reaction is going to break him. And he's going to fold in. We've seen him in his last fight. He was close to breaking point. I'm going to let him reach that breaking point.
He does not believe that you're intending to stand with him. I saw your comments from earlier this week that you will and you'll finish on the feet. So break it down for us. Is that just talk? Is that what you want to do and have plan B and C if you need to? Where are your strategies lying for this fight?
I mean, I think I'm the best fighter in the division, complete fighter in the division. He doesn't think I'm just going to stand with him. That's because he doesn't know, right? Nobody knows. I can do whatever I want in the cage, and that's what I'm going to do to him in the cage, whatever I want. So if I want to keep it standing, I'm going to keep it standing. If I want to take it down, I'll take it down. If I want to make it a Taekwondo match, I'm going to make it a Taekwondo match. Like, his only option to win is to run. And you're not going to be able to get away from me when that cage door's closed. You
were obviously champion, and I know that you never wanted to fight Islam Makhachev because of your friendship and stuff like that. But since you've now held the belt, you know what it's like to be champion. Is that now a position that you're willing to change and that you would compete against him to get your title back?
I mean, your goal is always to be the best in the world. But for me to be the best in the world, I got to win this Saturday. So my full focus, my aim, is on Ian Garry's head.
In contrast, Ian Garry has his next 5 fights planned out. Curious if you think he's overlooking you when he starts talking like that, or if it's just his way of hyping himself up.
No, I think he's good at reading a script, right? His writers, his wife, they're all writing stuff down for him to say. So he's good at reading it, but you're not good at putting it into action. Like, anybody can have their thoughts, their plans, their future written down, but we're still in the present. And Saturday night, I'm gonna have to change the story.
Hi, Belal. If you beat Ian Garry, will you call out Islam Makhachev?
It's not if, it's when I will beat him, and tune in Saturday, I'll let you know.
Belal, hello. First of all, good luck on Saturday. And yeah, just to kind of touch up on the comments that you made about the fight being held on the feet for most of the part, for most part of it, and that you wanted to finish Ian on the feet. So basically, what he said is, and also not him, but some people just make comments, I guess, that since technically you're more known for your wrestling, for your grappling, that that's where your accolades are. Just to say that, wouldn't it be just easier to pursue that path than just finishing on the feet?
Easier? I'm gonna make the fight easy no matter what it is. Like, the people I'm training with are the best in the world. Like, I've been getting beat up by a 17-year-old. Shout out to Albert Bahamundez for the last 5 weeks. This kid is an amazing striker. He's better than Ian. And the thing is, when you're training with guys like that, you level up in all aspects. So for me, I feel unbeatable right now. And if I want to make it a kickboxing match, I'll make it a kickboxing match. And I think it'll be easy, right? The hard part's over. The hard part was the training, the 6 weeks, the grinding. This Saturday is the reward. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been working for. And Saturday I get to eat.
After coming into the camp, after first loss in such a long time, right? Did that put you in a different mindset? Do you have an extra chip on your shoulder this week coming into this fight?
I always have a chip on my shoulder. For me, I hate losing more than anything, right? But sometimes God tests you in different ways. Sometimes you get the straight path. You're the best person in the world, the best fighter in the world. But sometimes you got to take a step back to take 2 steps forward. For me, it's learning off each loss and growing off each loss. The last time I lost, I went on an 11-fight winning streak. This time, my winning streak starting this Saturday.
Another question is that taking consideration how long it took you to get to the title shot for the first time, you finally win the title, now you lose it. Do you feel like the path back to it will be relatively quick, or do you kind of have this feeling that you have to make yourself basically undeniable in order to get the second crack at the welterweight title?
Yeah, I mean, nothing was given to me easy, right? And I don't expect anything to be given to me. So I got to go out there and take it. But first, I got to take Ian's head. That's the key. That's the thoughts, because nothing else matters unless I win this Saturday.
Okay. Just one last one for me. There's been kind of a lot of talks in recent times about who's the greatest welterweight of all time. Just was curious about your view on this.
I mean, I think GSP for sure. The legacy, the people. I was watching him growing up. He was one of the guys I always watched, wanted to be like. So, yeah, I think GSP for sure.
And just one more, if I may. With Tom Aspinall getting, the whole thing with eye poke. I mean, I'm not going to resuscitate it, but I remember you actually, going into details and talking about your experience with that injury and how serious that was. What's your view, I guess, on the situation?
I would never poke Tom Aspinall in the eye.
Of course.
No, I mean, obviously it's crazy, right? People are gonna say what they want to say. I think Tom just needs to stop caring what people say. Regardless, fans are gonna say you're soft, you're weak, you quit, you did this, but you're in the cage, you can't see. That's one of your senses. You only got 5 of them. If you lose one of your senses on the biggest stage with a heavyweight that's trying to take your head off, nobody knows that feeling but you. For me, needing surgery, having to sit out a couple months after an eye injury is the hardest part. I think in general the sport needs to be changed with take a point right away. If fighters get points taken away right away, even if it's a slight eye poke, they're going to start training differently. They're going to close their hands in training. They're going to close their hands in the cage. There's too many guys nowadays that are weasels, right? Some of them will poke you in the eye on purpose because they know it's going to alter it, and maybe I get a point taken away, maybe I don't. I can say it was an accident. So it's just, there's too much just thrown up in the air. But if you start taking points away right away, guys are going to have to start making that adjustment in training, in their styles, and their techniques.
Thank you. Good luck on Saturday.
Белал, приветствую. Хотелось бы, чтобы ты поделился своими воспоминаниями о том, как смотрел бой Ислама Хачева и Джека Делла Мадрена, и съедал ли ты себя в этот момент, когда понимал, что просто нужно было подключить с самого начала борьбу, как делает Ислам, и когда откроется ланч.
Just wanted to hear your thoughts about the fight between Islam and JDM, when you were watching it, what you were thinking, and were you kind of, going back to your fight with him and saying like, all I had to do is just wrestle from the very beginning, and maybe the outcome would have been different.
Yeah, I thought it was an amazing performance by Islam. For him and their team to win a double champ status was huge, right? Because Khabib had one of the best careers in all times. Now he's a coach that got a double champ status now, so I'm happy for them. And to answer your other question, no, I don't go back, right? There's no what ifs in this game. There's no, man, I should have did this, I should have did that. What if you would have threw a head kick and knocked me out? What if I would have did this and that? God's plan is God's plan. Whatever happens, it was meant to happen that way. And you just have to accept it and move on. For me, we moved on. This Saturday's where I'm moving to. That's all I'm looking at, that's all I'm paying attention to, that's all I'm concentrated on.
Да, я смотрел бой, я очень рад за Ислама, это было отличное выступление. Я очень рад за всю его команду. Понятное дело, что у Хабиба была одна из лучших карьер вообще в ММА. Теперь он тренер, теперь у него есть боец, у которого чемпион в двухразных весовых категориях. Это отлично, большие поздравления. А насчет второй части твоего вопроса, нет, я никогда не думаю про то, что могло было быть, а что если бы он выкинул ногу и вырубил меня с ноги, что такое. Я не думаю о том, что было в прошлом, я двигаюсь вперед, я думаю только о субботе в данный момент, и все.
Ты назвал Джорджа Сен-Пьера Грейс оф All Time в 77 килограммов. А вот если бы Джордж Сен-Пьер на пике встретился бы с сегодняшним Исламом Махачевым, кто бы победил?
You said that GSP is the best welterweight of all time. Hypothetically, what if prime GSP were to fight Islam now? What do you think would take it?
I mean, it'll be interesting, right? I always wanted to see prime GSP against Khabib. I thought that would be one of the best fights to watch, but I love both guys. I'm excited for if it was ever to happen, right? You never know.
Это был бы очень классный поединок, я бы с удовольствием посмотрел. Вообще, я говорил о том, что было бы классно увидеть на пике GSP против Хабиба, это тоже был бы очень классный бой. Но, в принципе, мне они оба очень нравятся, и GSP, и Ислам, конечно, было бы интересно увидеть.
И все-таки, если имя попросят назвать, GSP или Ислам, кто победит?
But still, if they said, pick one, GSP or Islam, who would you pick?
I pick me.
Себя бы выбрал.
Окей. И мы недавно послушали твое интервью, где ты жесткой критикой в сторону Али Абделазиза разошелся, и хочется понять твою позицию. Вот, все-таки вроде это твой менеджер, но ты говоришь, что он не должен давать бой Камару Усману против Ислама.
We saw your interview where you heavily criticized Ali Abdelaziz, and I know that he's your manager, but you were the one who said that he shouldn't be given a fight to Kamaru Usman against Islam. So your thoughts about that whole situation?
I mean, it's not criticizing him. It's obviously, he works for everybody, right? It's hard for him. We're all chasing the same thing. We're all chasing a goal. And at the end of the day, it's whoever the UFC picks, right? Ali's not Dana White. Dana White picks. The fans will pick after this Saturday who they want. And I got to be the one that's standing at the top of the podium.
Не знаю, не столько была критика, просто мне кажется, что это не его работа выбирать, кто будет с кем. Мне кажется, что этим должна заниматься организация, должна заниматься UFC, поэтому те, кого они выберут, тот будет драться с Исламом.
Спасибо.
Time for 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead, sir. Back.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Alaikum assalam. Thank you, brother.
Let's say a fight against Islam is not up for grabs. Would you ever consider moving up or down to challenge Shmaya, or if yes, which one would it be?
I mean, I would always love to fight the toughest challenges, right? I would love to fight Taporia. That would be a huge challenge, but for me, it's staying in the welterweight division. I got more work to do and cementing my legacy as one of the best welterweights to ever do it.
Hi Belal, you are 27 years old and now there are a lot of young contenders in your division. How do you see your future in that division?
My future's bright, right? I'm training with young monsters. Ignacio Belal is probably 28, and I think he's one of the best strikers in the UFC. Like I said, I got a 17-year-old now, Ignacio's younger brother, who's a monster, right? It feels like the Epstein files without the sex, right? I'm getting their powers through sparring and training. So it feels good, and I love training every day with these guys. I'm learning from these guys, and I'm growing so much from these guys. The energy they bring, it makes me feel younger, and I'm still young in the sport. My body feels good every single day I wake up. I'm blessed to be where I am right now.
Thank you, good luck.
Nice shot. Go ahead, sir.
Hi Belal, Yusuf here, MMA 101. I would like to ask you, do you think that Ian Garry is overlooking you when he said that he will knock you out, then beat Islam, then he will revenge his loss against Shavkat, then fight against Pratis?
I mean, he's going to be looking up when I knock him out, and the ref's waking him up, so that's all that matters. You can talk and talk. And we've seen it before, right? The worst fighters are the ones that have that big spiel. Him and Kobe Covington probably had the same writer. They both suck at talking. They both suck at being themselves and authentic. So for me, words don't matter. Actions.
Do you think that you may fight Islam one day?
The only fight I really care about right now is Ian.
Okay, last question. Rate for us the top 3 Palestinian dishes that you love. Sakhan,
Magluba, Sakhan, and I'd say Banya.
all the best.
Thank you, brother.
One last one right here. Go ahead, sir.
Belal, assalamu alaikum. Good luck in your fight with Ian. However, my question concerns the fighter you were supposed to fight. This is Shavkat Rakhmonov, and he misses his championship fight with you due to injury. Do you think now that a new champion has arrived, Shavkat has retained his position as a top contender for the UFC belt?
I mean, I think he needs to get healthy first, right? It's hard, especially with all these guys that are fighting and having big performances, especially last week. For him, it's hard to stay healthy in this sport. People don't understand how hard it is to train. So for him, I think key is stop worrying about what's the next fight going to be, is getting healthy and being able to fight.
Okay, and last question. In your opinion, right now, Islam says Kamaru Usman his next contender, and do Kamaru Usman deserve a title opportunity, releasing that there are far more interesting fighters in these divisions?
No, I don't think he does. He's 1-3 out of his last 4 fights. He's fought 1 time in like 3 years. He has no knees. His podcast sucks. There's nothing really fun about it, right? So I think right now, I think the person that's in the lead is probably Morales. To knock out Sean Brady the way he did, and do that on that type of stage, I think he's in the lead. But after this weekend, they're all going to be talking about me.
Okay, and what doing in this pound for pound podcast with you and Kamaru?
What happened?
Kamaru said.
Oh, he got slapped. He got slapped.
Really?
Yeah. You know, you ever watch Rick James?
I understand. Thanks.